This is K-Rockcast, the podcast where music and perspectives collide.
I'm Anne, a music lover who's the ultimate fan.
And I'm Kelly, a professional musician. Join us as we dive into the world of the Rose and other Korean and Asian rock bands.
Sometimes we'll agree, sometimes we'll wildly disagree, but what's guaranteed is a passionate, hilarious, and unfiltered conversation about the music that unites us and the bands that inspire us.
On today's show.
No, I can't do it. I'm with Tim. Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
I just could not. Oh. Hi, everybody. We're back. This is episode 28, Into the Wardrobe Part 2. And I have to say, Kelly, our viewers and our listeners have been asking us when this episode was coming out, which thank you all for the amazing feedback from episode 1. We didn't know what that episode was going to turn out like when we had this kind of crazy idea to partner with Cheryl from Woosung's Wardrobe and dive into the fashion, but all of you seem to enjoy it quite a bit. So we're happy to bring you part 2. But before we do, Kelly, you have a great artist recommendation this week. So why don't you tell us about this new artist we want to highlight?
Right. So starting off, when I say this is stuck in my head, I am not kidding. I woke up singing this song. I've been humming it all day. And actually, as I sat down, I had the refrain growing through my head. So when I tell you this artist is good, I'm not joking. So I want to introduce you to Anson. Anson Lee is based in LA, and he is, to put it politely, a pop punk master. He basically does pop rock, and it's tinged with sort of like the emo revival. Yes, folks, there is an emo revival happening. The Fringes will be back. I am warning you now. So he blends this really beautiful mix of alternative and pop and emo. And it has this really big, like, cinematic production as well. So everything sounds like it belongs on like a teenage coming of age cinematic masterpiece. It's brilliant. I absolutely love everything he does. And there's just this vulnerability to it all as well. Literally everything sounds like he's opened up his diary and he's written from where it hurts every single time. It's so good. And then you've just got these big fat hooks. There's no other way of describing it. The guy is brilliant. So Anson grew up around music. And again, he's one of these, he's one of those ones that didn't discover it as a teenager. He started learning guitar at the tender age of 5. He then attended I know, 5. I mean, seriously. I mean, for a guitar, I mean, piano is one of those things, and sometimes drums, because it's more of a rhythmic thing. But strings I always find quite interesting when people learn strings at a young age. I always have. He then attended the Forelli H. LaGuardia High School, which is basically fame school. It's a school of performing arts and music. And then he literally, this guy has been working at this since he was a kid. It's his entire life, and you can tell. So he worked with various styles. So you will also find on Spotify, you'll find him under his moniker of Anson Lee, which is his proper name. And he debuted as Anson in 2017, and it was with a really fantastic EP, and it's called To Be Nothing at All. And the lead single off of that, Hayley, literally has millions of streams. It blew up. No, I don't think he expected it. He put the EP out there, thought, I'm going to slowly grind at this. And then Hayley just took off, and loads of people really sort of picked up with it and loved it. So he followed this up in 2021 with his debut album, and it's A Note to Find You. Now, it's a beautiful album. It's really beautiful. There are tracks on that I can guarantee everybody will connect to. It's got that lovely, warm summer pop feel to it, but it's also got this vulnerability and depth underneath it. So I think everybody can connect in some way or another to it. Then he followed that one up in 2024 with another EP, which was independent because previously he'd been signed to a small independent label. And then he brought this one out himself, and it was the Bad Taste EP in 2024. Now, the single that has been going through my head and hasn't stopped, literally hasn't stopped, is Up All Night. I mean, I could probably give me a guitar. I could probably play it. It's literally lodged in my head. It's amazing. It is so good, and it's pure emo joy. So if you're into bands like We Were Giants, Taking Back Sunday, My American Heart, I love My American Heart, they're one of my favourites, Hawthorne Heights, anything like that, Anson is who you need to add to your playlist. Honestly, absolutely brilliant. And with there being this sort of emo revival happening with My Chem going back out on tour and a lot of the others as well, there's this big resurgence. I think you were going to be hearing a lot more about it. So jump on the bandwagon now.
Yeah, the Up All Night song has been in my head. It's definitely an earworm.
Oh, it's such an earworm.
Good.
It really is. No, but there's quite a bit of sort of like dark vulnerability in there as well. And you're like, oh, Anson, you weren't in a good place when you wrote this down. I can assure you, he's a very, very nice man and a very, very happy, smiley guy. But yeah, I mean, there was some definite depth to some of these songs.
Well, another great artist recommendation, Kelly, you always find us some of the best artists that I think our listeners and viewers don't know about. So we're always excited to be promoting these new artists. We're going to be promoting Anson Lee a lot more over the course of the next several weeks. So definitely check out his music. All right, listeners and viewers, here's what you've been waiting for. Into the Wardrobe Part 2. All right, let's move into music videos. So we'll take kind of a deviation from the different tours we were talking through. Let's go with the best individual looks. All right, we're going to start again with Woo-sung. These are my picks. I think, Kelly, you and I agreed on the Alive music video, didn't we?
Yeah, I love this look. I think this is great. It really suits him. And I mean, I know we've been talking about this thing of things fitting his form and crop jackets being too short. This jacket fits him perfectly. It sits in the sweet spot. It just gives him that extended torso that he needs and everything else. And I mean, I love a man in leather anyway, but that's a different thing.
Yeah, I think what I love about this look, very rock star, which fit the tone of this music video so well. I feel like the accessories pull it all together, and I like that his hair was done a little bit different than they normally would style it when it's back out of his eyes. So accessory wise, loving these chunky rings that he's wearing and these glasses. These sunglasses just, to me, pulled the entire look together. And then back to the hair, I like that they have a part, they kind of have it feathered back out of his face, not necessarily slicked back out of his face. But yeah, this was an iconic look for him. I picked this one. Now, you told me these are not red. I guess I might have learned from this episode I'm colorblind because I thought these were red, kind of leathery kind of pants.
They're red. They're not red?
They're red to me. You thought they were pink?
It's like a very deep fuchsia. It's not quite red.
Oh, I don't know. My eyes see red. And I love Kim Woo-sung in red, but I liked this like red leather pants with the black shirt. Love the bare arms, the arm, like kind of sleeveless arms. And I just kind of liked the whole look in this Back to Me music video with like the scarf that a lot of them were wearing. I don't quite know what's happening with his shoes though. I feel like the shoes look like they're like old, like dirty white, like tennis shoes. Maybe that was just kind of the vintage look they were going. So I don't necessarily like the shoes, but I'm digging the rest of that. Kelly, your other picks, you had this gorgeous look.
how could I not have this look? I know it's not a Rose look. I know this is a Woosung look. But oh my God, that jumper mixed with a pair of leather pants. Oh no, that's a lovely look. I like that one. I think it looks absolutely stunning. I really, really like that. It looks snuggly.
It does. He looked so comfy in this video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good choice. Now, I think you and Cheryl agreed on this one, right? Is this both of
Yeah.
you picked this one?
Yeah, I
Oh yeah.
love this look. I mean, Wusong is a beautiful man. What can I say? And like this look, again, is that all black ensemble. The cardigan. The cardigan look is his signature. And I mean it's just showing the right amount of his like tattoo. And it kind of like it's not fussy, it's simple, it's clean lines, and he's just beautiful.
I was just gonna say, I know a lot of people didn't like the trousers. I actually
Yes,
love the
that's my only
trousers.
hesitation.
I actually like it here. Like if it
Exactly.
was something else, it
I
might just look too much. But I think it really suits the flowiness and all. It just suits the entire mood and the set that they have for Nebula.
I think it also defines his shape as well. So what happens is, because we know that Sam's
Hmm.
quite broad shouldered and very narrow waist, so he's got a classic what we refer to as a swimmer's shape. And
Mm.
the fact that a lot of the times what happens is it's very wide, drops down into a triangle, and then literally just drops straight down. But because he's got that slightly heavier volume in the trousers, it counterbalances his shoulders as well, and it gives a much better look. So it defines his waist and everything a lot more. I think this is a stunning look. It's a simple look, but I think it's stunning.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean everybody looked good actually in this entire video performance at the Kelly Clarkson show. But yeah, I agree with you. He looked phenomenal. All right, let's go to childhood and Hajuni. This is my pick. I'm just kidding.
Obviously.
Fuck content alert. I do have a
Of course.
real pick, and it's not him bare chested. It it is the World Live performance, which I think Cheryl, you
Yeah,
picked
I
this.
like this too.
I loved this. He wore this outfit actually in the London Day 2 concert on the tour as well. And now when I'm looking at this, are these butterfly details in his denim jacket?
I can't really tell if they're butterflies, but it's definitely embroidery. So it's really nice. He wore this as a off-white jacket as well, colored
Mm.
off-white colored jacket, and it also has similar details like that with the embroidery. So I think it's from the same designer if I remember correctly. And yeah, it's just very nice. Then it looks good on him.
Yeah, this color denim particularly, I think looked lovely on him. Your pick was the Wonder music video, Kelly.
Yeah. I mean, it's a classic look. I think they all look fantastic on the Wonder video, to be perfectly honest. That military marching band
Mm.
look, which was nicked very, very heavily from the Black Parade. This is My Chemical Romance, guys. I don't know what Roy was thinking. I mean, it's a classic
Mm.
look, but it was My Chemical Romance. It's been done before, guys. Um, but yeah, I think it worked really well. It was a nice take on the drummer boy as well. In fact, the only thing I didn't like about that entire video was I couldn't quite get my head around the belt corset thing that they'd got Sammy in. That was the only
Mm.
thing that threw me for that entire video. But I think they all look fantastic, and especially his uni in this. It really, really suited him.
Yeah, I agree with you because that was my pick for Taegyum. So I'm with you. I think they did all look really great in this style. Now, your pick, Kelly, for Taegyum was a classic look from Red.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Now, there was the period of the Red release, there was stuff on that was so right, and stuff on it that was so wrong. So we're going to go with one that is so right, and this is Tay in this beautiful electric blue. He looks brilliant in this.
Mm.
The jacket fits him perfectly. It falls from his shoulders. Honestly, it's a fantastic look on him, and He looks gorgeous in this. He really, really does.
Yeah, I agree. Cheryl, your pick was the Wonder Venn diagram music video.
Yes. So I'm pretty sure again he must have fought Roy on this, but thank you, Roy. I think you did all Black Roses a big favor. I mean, look at him. Just look at
How can
him.
you not?
He looks incredible. He looks incredible.
Yeah. Again, if Dojun was wearing this, I don't think it will be in this category, but
Right.
it really suit Taegyeong really well. And
Yeah,
I mean, the guy is tall, and with
yeah,
him wearing something like that, it's almost like a
Mm,
throwback to the early J Rock days. When they had like these like guitarists and all right. I think the group was called Akira, and like
yeah.
they had like bleached hair, like really like dark like makeup, like with the eyeliner look going on. It's almost like it's kind of giving me that vibe, and I think it really suits him. He should be rocking this look more often.
I
yeah. Yeah,
completely
you're right.
agree.
He looked
You
great.
know he kicked off about that fishnet vest. We know he wasn't a fan of that, but it works so well. And yeah, it's a really good look on him.
Yeah.
And
Shout
I
out
think
to
we should,
Roy.
yeah,
Love you,
exactly. We
Roy.
nailed it with this one.
Let's go to Dojun. I loved this yellow color from the Your Beautiful
Yes.
music video. I kind of like just the casual hair he had too, but this pop of yellow just really suited him.
Again,
Yeah,
it's
I
that
love that.
casual look, and he casual suits him.
Yeah, Kelly, yours is also a good one. Back to the red
However,
era.
however, this to me is Dojun's defining fashion moment of all time. My God, I wish the guy'd go back to him because this is stunning. Scarlet red is his colour. So I know we always go on about salmon red, but this scarlet red suits his undertone so
Yeah,
much.
agree.
It is stunning. Stick a black shirt underneath it. I am a fan of a black shirt, I must admit. A guy in a black shirt, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm done. Um, but that look, and I know, Anne, you like to go on about hair. Now, this to me was the time when
Mm,
Dojun got his hair right. So that undercut,
yes.
but with it long on top, it looked so good on him. It really suited him. It just lifted his proportions of his face, and it, yeah, it just really, really suited him. And yeah, can we have more Dojuni like this, please? I don't
Yeah,
think
I'm
the
with you on the
Black Rose
hair.
world would cope with it, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely with you on the hair. Cheryl, your pick was Back to the Back to Me music video.
Yeah. I
Break
like
down this look.
I like this because you don't really see Dojun wearing streetwear very much.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
here he's in baggy clothes and baggy pants. Like, wow, that's quite a big change, right, from his usual wardrobe. I really like that, they've kind of added that red scarf and they kind of tied it on his left hand. So if you recall in the music video, they had a wind machine. So there were certain points when, the camera kind of like focuses on Dojun and the wind machine's kind of blowing. It's really beautiful when you see that scarf kind of like just like, floating. Yeah. So I really like it. It's just a very nice, simple touch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like what you say about like him in this look of streetwear. You're right. We definitely don't see that very
Yeah.
often. But I think in this video he pulled it off well.
Hmm.
All right. Now, those were the winners. Let's go on to some of their least favorite looks. And we will start with Usang. My pick had to be how he looked at the end of the Lazy music video. And Cheryl, as a fashionista, I am so curious your opinion on this. Was this a miss for you or was this a hit?
This is just so, I don't know. I'm trying to find a kind word to use. I think this was very experimental.
That
Yes.
is a lovely way of putting it, Cheryl. I like that style.
I really cannot say anything bad about Usong.
We know that. Because you're a Kim
But
Delulu,
this
like
picture, I feel like this picture will drive any person to say something negative. Like, oh my goodness.
You know what?
Wusong, what was happening here?
If I ever get picked for a live with Wusong, I'm gonna remember this picture and I'm gonna save it in my favorites folder. And I'm gonna ask him about it.
Because I
yeah.
have to
I'm gonna
say,
ask him what he was thinking.
like, I guess as you're saying, very experimental. And even when it felt like such an odd placement in the music video because he's so casual all throughout the music video. And then there's a stark contrast of him at the very end doing the choreography in this, makeup and hair and outfit. But I just think now, like, I could not see him wanting to do this kind of look on himself. Like, it just feels so not his style.
Mhm.
No. And
Uh,
I kind of mentioned to Anne about a certain character that I remembered from my childhood that it kind of reminded me of. I'm sorry, Sam.
So I did not know this little character, Kelly. For maybe our listeners and viewers in other countries across the world, please introduce us to this character.
If you aren't from the great British Isles, you will not have experienced the wonderful creature called Pob, who basically used to walk up to the screen with his hands like this and basically spit on the screen and just go. Um, but there is something about how the hair is kind of pushed back and the makeup. Yeah, no, I can't. Every time I see this, I automatically think of. I'm sorry,
It's like
I'm
the
sorry.
red lips they gave him. Like,
It's so
oh,
I can't. This
Sam,
is
what
terrible.
was happening, man?
No, and the kiss curl
Mm,
as well. I mean,
well,
yeah, it's Liza Minnelli. Let's no go.
kiss curl. The
Oh,
jewels in the hair. Oh, we could keep going on about
yeah,
what's
no,
wrong
come
in
on.
this look, but
Next one, please
I
don't.
I can't
Oh my
stand to look at it
God.
anymore. Can we just say the Beauty and the Beast music video is going to come up quite a bit in these next several
Yeah,
slides? They looked hideous. They all
it,
looked hideous.
I I know there was a thing for Chanel style jackets at that time. That was the big thing. It's like everybody was in a Chanel style jacket. And I mean, I I know some people love Chanel. I like their makeup. I don't like the traditional Chanel jacket. I absolutely hate it. And the fact that they're all in these Chanel style jackets or big blousy pussy bow blouses again. Oh no, I can't. Just I can't. And kill it, please. No, don't know.
We can't look at that anymore.
Stop
Okay,
it.
you both agreed for Usong it was the Dimples music
Oh
video.
God.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
So
entire
this was
music video is
yours.
so
This was
wrong.
yours, Kelly. Walk us through the hideousness we're seeing on the screen right now.
Right. I'm fine with the bottom half. I'm fine. We've already worked out. I'm fine with leather trousers and pattern trousers and things like that. I'm fine with those. That silver shirt, just no. It's atrocious. One, it's too big. It drowns him. It literally drowns him. And the fact with the bleach blonde hair as well, it just doesn't do anything for his colouring. I think it's awful. But then again, I don't think it gets much better when we get further on in the video to Cheryl's next point.
I actually think
Yeah.
Cheryl's pick is even worse.
Oh
Look
my
at this
god.
Correct.
It
horridness.
looked like he lost a bet.
He did. He
He
did.
definitely lost a bet on this one and he's like, okay, you're gonna wear this because look at that. Look at that clash of colors, like
Oh,
bubblegum pink pants.
Oh,
And it's
it,
high waisted pants at that. And this
again,
I don't even know what's going on with the jacket. This is not the Chanel style jacket. This is just a short yellow jacket that's
that
from
was one that was
some Chunky
found at a
lady's
vintage.
wardrobe.
Yeah, it was like a vintage shop one, wasn't it? That was just terrible and just needed
Yeah.
to be avoided at all costs. No, it's absolutely awful. And I don't know whether anybody else has noticed this. I have a real problem with the makeup on this video. The
Oh,
actual
Mm.
yes. I was just
contouring
about
and
to say that.
highlighting, it's atrocious. I've never seen anything like it. Anybody else have a problem with the makeup on this? Because I think it's atrocious. I think
Yes.
I mean the
Yeah.
level of
It's
contouring
just over the
is,
top.
yeah. And I mean, there's one scene, and I do not know what the hell they did to his nose. I know they love contouring his nose. I don't know what it is, why they have to do it, but they love contouring the guy's nose. And literally, they might as well have just got eyeliner and drawn two black lines down his nose, and then we get to underneath. They literally look like somebody got a bronzer and just went whoop underneath his nose. He looks like he's got a dirty nose. It's atrocious. I've never seen, honestly, whoever did the makeup on this, no, no, don't, no, leave his face alone. Don't do it again. So,
Yeah.
dimples,
I
big no.
I also hate the hair color in the genre era. Now, I was obsessed with the white blonde during the Void era. But this color was different to me. Like it was more like washed out and I did not like even the
I
style
have
cut, I don't think favors him.
there. There is one redeeming point in the dimples video, and it literally lasts for about 3 seconds, and I don't think it ever comes back in again. And it's when he's wearing that black velvet tailored suit, and
I
that
don't
is
even remember a
gorgeous.
black velvet tailored suit.
Exactly. There is. It's when he stood on the rooftop of the building out in the open air and is in a black velvet suit that is perfectly tailored to his proportions and it looks stunning, even with the blonde hair. And then we get this. Let's not do this. Can we go on to the next slide, please? Because I can't carry on
Look
looking
at
at
the
that yellow
belt
thing.
too. Isn't that
No,
belt awful?
it's so like mid-90s. No, let's go. Oh my god, why did he
All
do
right,
that to
Hajun. Who did this to Hajun? Here we're back with, what do you call these blouses again? Pussy
Pussy
It's
bow?
a
bow.
pussy bow. I know,
Pussy
which will
bow. And
really,
then what?
really upset you.
I know, I can't say that word. And then what's happening around his neck? What's this weird, like, diamond looking
Yeah,
thing?
like
It's not a
Right?
necklace, but
streamers.
what
Don't
is
know.
that?
Don't
It's
know.
awful.
It's awful. I remember the making of video of this, and he's literally stood. I mean, this shirt blouse thing that he's wearing comes down past his knees, and he stood there holding sermon.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
It's so
Yeah.
terrible.
It's
No,
so
it's
bad.
awful. I mean, Roy, darling, we love you, but no, just step away. Step away
No.
from the excess
Step away.
ribbing around neck, please.
All right, Kelly,
Yeah,
this was yours. Back to our Beauty and the Beast music video.
again, we're back to this Peter Pan collar, this rounded sort of schoolgirl collar, and no, I don't like it. And I'm really not 100% sure about the bullfighter jacket either.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No, I'm not a fan. I just, I don't, yeah. No, next. We've already worked out
All
Beauty and
right.
the Beast is
Cheryl, you
terrible.
picked the live video for Hajun too, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Because that was not working for me.
Here's my for taking. I'm stuck on this Beauty and the Beast video. What's happening with all the colors going on in this outfit? Talk about the clash of colors.
Yeah.
And then it's something about the color of his pants that, to me, again, I know I must be colorblind, but I think of it as like a burgundy kind
Yeah.
of, pant color, but yet the red, the contrast of that against his red guitar bothers me.
Yeah, it's
Like,
not a good combination, is it?
Yeah, everything's just clashing. It's just a bad look.
yeah, it's just a horrid, horrid look. Kelly, you picked You picked this music video for him, right? Back to Me.
Yeah, it
Oh,
just
this was
didn't do it.
mine. You as well?
Yeah, yeah. I with this, he just literally looked like he fell out of bed and picked up what was ever on the wardrobe. It it's not. I mean that T-shirt looks like it's 15 years old and it's had it's had all sorts happen to it. I have no idea what the hell those trousers are, but can we please not? Again, I mean, it's that colour clash thing. I don't think it suits him. It washes him out again. That sort of insipid yellowy green doesn't work for him at all for me.
Yeah, I didn't like this look as well because like it's such a huge contrast from the Wonder video that we saw him in. Like
Mm-hmm.
this look, it's just so he looks so scruffy.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
where I think in this video we liked how Dojun looked with that
Mhm.
streetwear, but this just kind of fell flat on Tay as like this streetwear look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the baggy shirts don't look great. Like t-shirts don't look, baggy t-shirts don't look great on Taekyung.
Yeah. All right. Keeping with the theme on this hat, we talked about that we did not like on Dojun in the Dawn to Dust tour. He wore it in this Alive video. And again, it just looked so bad on him with then the hair down in his eyes. And I think he's literally has multiple bolo tie things going on in this outfit. But this was hideous to me.
Yeah,
This was
I didn't like
awful.
it too. It's too costumey again, right?
Yeah.
It's the hat, the sequins, the floppy hair. Like it's just too much.
Yeah, too much going on. Yours was, Kelly, back to our Beauty and the Beast.
May I just say, I
Did you
love
hate that
Beauty and
video?
Beast. Beauty and the Beast is one of my favourite songs by them. I love it. I love the video, but oh my god, what were they thinking when it came to the actual costume in it? I know the fashion campaigns that were happening at the time. And I mean, this is cropped quite nicely. I mean, if you can see what's either side of him, it's just as bad. I just had to hone on Leo for this one.
Yeah,
And he looks
yeah.
washed out
They
as well.
all,
He's on for pastel colours. He needs stronger, more vibrant colours.
yeah, they all just looked really bad in that music video. All right, let's move on to best concept album or era. This was fun. So I think this was a sweep for all of us. I think we
Mm-hmm.
all agreed they looked phenomenal during the dual era. So many good looks going on in this era. These are just a couple. Again, I think some highlights for me. I liked Taegyum's hair during this time. This is this like
Yeah.
white blonde hair that he pulls off so well. I think they kind of had just this, like, to me, brooding, sexy whole vibe, rocker kind of vibe going on in a lot of these concepts that I think they pulled off really well.
I mean,
I
that
know,
high
Kelly, you
fashion.
particularly love this photo.
Oh, I
Yeah.
honestly, I think they all look amazing on this photograph. Whoever actually styled them on this, and I mean, literally, makeup, hair, everything that they're wearing, it looks amazing. I think they all look fantastic on this. And yeah, I'm a big fan of this.
Yeah. Here's some more from the dual era. Cheryl, I think you particularly like the album promo there with Wusung and the scarf.
Yeah, I love this photo of them, and I remember them. I remember them using this promo photo for a Rolling Stone article, and that was the time when they were starting to get a lot more exposure in the international media, and they were like talking about how now they've got a little bit more creative freedom over the music and their image. So I think this look, it just matched the era so well.
Yeah.
Of course, Wusong again. See, the guy doesn't even need to wear anything fancy. Somebody just threw a scarf over him, and he looks perfect.
Yeah, and I think you're right. Like you What'd you say, Kelly?
I'm being held hostage by two Kim Woo Sung fans. There's the Kim Delulu is strong with these two.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. And I think not many people could probably pull off that look, but literally all the man is wearing is this scarf over him. But the whole way it's draped with then all of the jewelry, I think the jewelry becomes such a
Mhm.
cornerstone then to pull the look together. Perfect placement of that chest tattoo. And then here's where actually I think the hair has to be the, hair where it's kind of curly and just messy, like down in his eyes, like that just, and the fit of the trousers is very nice. I think they're not too baggy. Yeah. And I even forgive in that look this hat that Dojun's wearing because I haven't liked it in any of the other times he's worn a similar style. But I think he looks cute in the hat
I
in
was
that
just
photo.
I was
So
just going to bring up the hat and just went, hold on a minute, you're forgiving the hats because it's the same
I think
hat.
I am. I am. Yeah, but yeah, Duel was a great look for all of them. But there have been some bad eras as well. Kelly, you and I picked the same one. Dawn.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, it's insipid. It's washed out. It's horrid. It's kind of like Spandau Ballet if they didn't have the money.
Oh, all their
I'm not.
outfits look like they don't fit,
I'm
right?
not a
Like
fan.
it looks
Nothing
Yeah, it
looks like
doesn't fit well.
no.
yeah, everything
And
looks oversized and ugh,
yeah, there's no there
yeah.
is no there is nothing redeeming on that photograph at all. Nothing. I'm sorry, guys. We love you to bits, but there is nothing redeeming on that photograph.
Yeah, I didn't like the hair color that Taegyum picked at this era. That kind of reddish isn't.
I think
No.
it's the same colour I had mine while I've been in California, to be honest. But yeah, let's move on.
Cheryl, you picked Boyd.
Because again, it's, look at those overly bleached hair colors. It, I just this delinquent. They look like delinquents.
See, I don't mind a bit of delinquency. I'm all for, as I've said, I mean, I
No,
don't
but
mind
not
mental health, but yeah, it's not great.
no.
I have to say though, I am obsessed with Kim Woo Sung's hair during this era though. Come on.
It
You didn't
washes him
like his
out.
hair during Void? Ah, blasphemy.
It does wash
I'm
him
not.
out a lot. I
Yeah,
feel.
I think it was too far. I don't mind him with blonde hair, but I think he looks better when he's got a California blonde. So there's a little bit more honey tone
Mhm.
in it, and I think he can get away with it
Oh, I
that way.
don't know.
But white like that, no. I mean, no. It's terrible. It literally
Ugh.
looks like he's gone down and just bought the first bleach he can buy and just stripped his hair and not actually put any colour back into it.
All right, let's move on to the Best Red Carpet Award Show Appearance. Here's our next sweep. The guys looked
Yay.
incredible at the Tribeca Film Festival.
They
Now, do
all
we think these are the
exceptional.
same trousers
Mm-hmm.
that that
Of
Sammy's
course they
wearing in the
are.
Nebula music video?
Of
They
course
will
they
like
are.
it. I think they are. Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Now, I wasn't sure who styled this, but maybe it was Clive.
Possibly. But I really
Mm-hmm.
like this look. I think they all looked, for want of a better term, exceptionally dapper. I can even
Yeah.
forgive the fact that Sam's borrowed Lando's hairdo. Um, I think I love the mix of blacks and blues and whites, and there's
Mm-hmm.
slight echoes of shade in there. That dusky blue jacket. I mean, I know I moan about the sort of Chanel jacket and the soft tartan Roussel thing, but actually, I quite like that jacket, and I think it really suits him. And then you've got Tay in this luscious. It's past dark blue. It's sort of like midnight blue velvet jacket,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yeah.
is it suits him so much. They all look great on this. I think they really look fantastic.
I think the length of Taekyum's jacket fits his height very well.
Yes. Yes, very much so.
That was
Yeah.
He
nice.
can, yeah, he can get away with that sort of Georgian gentleman sort of coach jacket thing where it sort of sits mid thigh very, very easily because of his height.
Yeah, and I'm thinking this is Clive because we know Clive styled them on the Kelly Clarkson show. Those are the same trousers.
Yeah.
He also is he wore this jacket at the Stanford show, which was kind of a surprise when I saw him walk out Usong with that at the Stanford show. So I guess Clive probably did style them for this. Yeah, they looked very handsome. They looked incredible. But it has not always been the case. So let's see what some of the other past looks were.
Oh,
This was my pick. KCON Japan 2019. I I, I don't even have the words to try to. There's a similar hat with Dojun. What is it with Dojun in this hat?
it's not the
But
this
there's
makes ears stick out as well, which is it's not. Why would you do that to yourself? And I mean, literally, I mean, all that goes through my head is it's KCON Japan, and I'm like, are they in cosplay? Is this what's happening? Because if they're in cosplay, I could kind of forgive it because they kind of look like bad anime characters.
I think Sammy looks like he's wearing aluminum foil. Like he looks like a
Pretty
little
much.
baked potato.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my gosh, I watched some old content from this as well, and I think Hajun, he looks like it's a coat, but it actually is a backpack, which is like so bizarre and so strange.
Maybe they're just
Oh,
going for the sort of out there Japanese look and sort of trying to do like almost like the weird kawaii type of thing. But yeah, no, it's awful.
oh, Kelly, yours is a winner though.
Oh. Right, now may I just point out one thing on this before I rip it to shreds? Hajuni, darling, that shirt is divine. Hajuni, if we can cut
Yeah,
Hajuni looks great. Um,
I actually want to cut him out. I almost did. I almost removed him from the
yeah,
picture because I'm with you. He looks good, but the rest
he
looks
looks
so
so good.
bad. It deserved to be up here.
Yeah, now, what have they done to Dojun? Honestly, I mean, that denim shirt, and again, is this fussy bow thing. I don't get it. I don't understand it. No, just walk away. It's horrendous.
But
And also,
why why is the bow so like it's so large? What is
it's
happening?
fashion, darling. It's fashion. Get with the program. It's fashion. This is what we should be doing. But also the fact that his jeans are actually too long. So instead of having his jeans, which should have been turned up ever so slightly, you get this bunching at the bottom over the boots, which just looks horrendous because it just adds unwanted volume around the bottom of his ankles. And then we get on to unwanted volume. The normal gorgeous gentleman stood to his side, i.e. Tay. And I'm just going to say this, I love a zoot suit. I am all for, a gangster's zoot suit. I think they look amazing when they are the right size. And this looks like it's been borrowed by somebody who is 4 sizes bigger than Tay, and it's just been dumped on him. The only redeeming thing that I like about this are the sort of Sprat style shoes that he's got on. Everything else about it
Mm.
is just like, no, why did you do that to him? Why?
Yeah, it does not fit him. It's way too big. Oh, that's pretty bad. Cheryl, your pick was from Gold House, the second annual Gold Gala.
Yeah. What's going on here? I really don't know what was the fashion inspiration or the theme. It just felt like, again, like the colors don't clash, which is a good thing. But then they all just look different.
Yeah.
Just four very
Yeah.
different looks. And Like I understand the whole concept of like having like one single point of like a one focal point. So in this case, it's definitely that leopard print shirt that Taegyeon was wearing. I'm like, what is this? Like, it's just I don't know. I can't find the right words to describe it, but it just looks very mismatched. It's like they all
Yeah,
just they went to go find their own clothes and they just showed up.
yeah,
Yes, I agree with you. I think that's what's wrong about this. It's not necessarily each individual way they look,
Mhm.
it's how they all look together. Like,
it, it doesn't look
yeah.
cohesive. They don't look like a band, and actually, that's one of the worst things. Though, when you're in a band, you have to have this level of cohesion within the unit, so you look like you belong together. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it's the running gag with us because I mean, we're pretty goth, so most of the time we're just dressed in black from head to foot all the time. And then if somebody turns up in grey and you're just like, "What's wrong with you?" You don't match, you don't fit with the group. And
Yeah.
and to me, it is that. I think if you sort of removed one member each time, you'd probably look like you got some level of cohesion. But actually, as a unit of four, it doesn't work at all. However, I will say I think Sam looks great on this.
I think he looks great. He's definitely kept those pants. We've seen those
Oh,
pants a lot since this
we've seen
event.
those pants a lot. We've seen those pants a lot. Yes.
Yeah.
Say like there are a lot of strange things going on with the length of like the pants. Like if you look at
Yeah.
Sammy's pants, his pants are long as usual, right? He always likes
Yeah.
to wear his pants like slightly baggier and slightly longer at the
That's
bottom.
because
But if you
this
look
is
at
just
Taeyong,
short arms. Tay looks like he's borrowed
yeah,
Sam's trousers and they're too short. I completely
yeah, and if you look at Dojun's trousers, it's the same thing going on. What's with the ankle length pants or
yeah.
trousers?
Yeah.
And if you look at Hajun's tie, his tie is too short. Like,
Yes. Yes. I didn't even notice the length of the trousers across all four, but now that you pointed that out, Cheryl, it makes it look even like more awkward as a
mhm,
Yeah.
group.
it's
Yeah.
very awkward. That's
Yeah. All right, this was your second pick,
yes.
Cheryl.
Another one. What's going on? Okay, the skinny jeans. No, no.
Look at Hajun's hair. What is happening with his hair? And there's the hat. How many times have we seen this similar style hat on Doju today?
Oh
Oh dear.
yeah,
Now,
the
now the problem
jeans.
is, obviously, I mean, I don't mind skinny jeans, but the problem with skinny jeans is you need legs to fill them.
Oh, they all look like little ostrich legs that are just like,
I can't.
oh,
I
bless
can't.
them. All right, so let's move on to who we felt has the best individual personal style. And I think, no, this one wasn't a sweep because we kind of had like half and half agreement. So I think Kelly, you and I both agreed on Hajuni. We
Yes.
felt like he was he so like he was my pick, and then you had two people
I
that you
had
picked, and
I
he
had
was
two
one of
picks. Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
I kind of miss on the Rosarium back in the day when Hajun used to do these kind of fashion shoot like pictures that he would put
Exactly.
out. I know. And now that he's had his glow up on Instagram, he just puts thirst trap pictures up, which I'm also not mad about. And I keep tagging Calvin Klein saying, "When are you going to get with the program, Calvin Klein? Because this man needs a contract." But
Yeah.
I just loved, I thought this photosynthesis picture to me was like indicative of just his own personal style.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he dresses very well in his day to day. Now you guys both agreed on Wusong.
Yeah. Because the thing is,
But yet,
and
may I point out, was very light on examples.
hold on, hold on. I just want to say something. When Sam gets it right, Sam gets it very, very right. I mean, the LA Q&A, that look was amazing. That was a really good
Okay,
look. And I'm not a huge
I give
streetwear
that.
fan.
I give that
I
to
think
you.
that was a great look. Now, fair enough. Obviously, if you haven't worked out by now by my background, I am a huge nerd. So I truly appreciate the fact that even though it's not his day-to-day wear, he is dressed up as the Joker. And by God, that is an amazing look. So I just needed to put that out there. But
I
we know Sam can sometimes get it wrong as well.
oh, that's what I felt was a little bit of a disconnect here because as you will see, listeners, we have a slide on some honorable mentions, and I would say it's very Sammy heavy in some of our
Possibly
worst look honorable mentions, which I thought was very ironic. He was picked
ironic.
as the best personal style.
Yeah.
So, Cheryl, what do you like about his personal style?
I think you can tell that he just wears what he likes.
Mm-hmm.
So if you talk about style, he's definitely got it. Like that whole cardigan look that he wears, and like
Yeah.
these big, like a big hoodie, and obviously with no top inside. It's not everyone has the guts to walk around like
Yeah.
that, right? And I think the guy just doesn't care. He knows he looks good that way, and he's just like, I'm just gonna wear whatever I want.
Yeah,
It's that kind of effort. It's kind of that effortlessly cool look, and he does it well.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, think about it, right? Like he doesn't care that he wears things over and over again. He doesn't care that we hate the Crocs. He's still gonna wear them anyway. Remember those
No,
Crocs?
no,
oh, Cheryl, we will see them soon. You put a
no.
pin in
We
that
don't
one.
mention Crocs. We don't mention Crocs. We don't mention Crocs.
I will say I agree with what you're saying, Cheryl. I think that he can pull off anything that he wears, and I feel like he's got that meme I put up at the beginning, swag.
Hmm.
To me, he embodies swag. It's very effortless. Um, Now, worst individual style, I will say
I love that
we
you've picked one of my favourite people in the entire world. Oh, thank you for that.
I just had to put this on here because
I love it
this
so much.
this was a sweep, and I feel like drum roll please. If you've been watching this entire episode so far, you should know what name we keep saying over and over again as the worst style.
We
It
don't
was
even need a drum
unfortunately
roll.
Dojun. Now, it was it was kind of it was kind of hard to find the right bad pictures because it was like what exactly do we want to just really show of I think it's the old man style is
Yeah.
kind of what
Yeah.
I felt like to me, you know, like
Yeah.
is he 30 or is he 60? And I think these case in point, like what is going on with these sandals?
It's the
What?
old man. It's the old man look with the sandals and the
What
socks.
is happening with the sandals? Dojun,
No,
stop it.
no, we can't go there. And the worst thing is, he can look, when styled properly, he can look amazing. But when left to his own devices, it's just like, oh, please don't. No.
You know what? I have a theory. Dojun's not a fashion guy. He's just a mad genius, and he's just got too many things to solve. He's
It's
got
true.
these, he's just coming up
Yes.
with brilliant, theories, music, everything, songs. He's just got no time for fashion. He just throws on whatever that's at the top of the pile.
Yeah, because I think if you compare back to what you said you kind of liked about Wusong's style, like I would say Wusong doesn't care and just kind of puts on whatever he wants, but somehow it
It
like all
puts.
comes together. With Dojun, it looks like a 60-year-old man. Like just Yeah. Bless his heart. Aw. All right. Best look honorable mentions because there were just so many good looks they had. I mean, these are four very handsome men. So we just had to put some honorable mentions here that just couldn't make the final cut. This one was mine. I am obsessed with this look from the Someday Festival. This whole look he had going on of like the flowy white shirt with these necklaces, the perfect peak of the chest tattoo, hair was peak length with the hat down and the little hair fluffing back. Ugh, I loved this look.
As
Am
I
I alone?
said,
Okay, I'll
it's the
move on.
Heathcliff, it's the Heathcliff look one, isn't it?
I'm like, I'm like, when there's like dead silence, I'm like, okay, I guess I'm alone in this. I'll move on. Rabbit to the Moon Festival. I mean, Kelly and I did spend 10 minutes of our Into the Moon episode waffling
I
on about how good they looked.
I love this entire thing. I love this entire look, and that bastard stolen my jumper. I have that jumper.
Yeah,
Give it
and
me
I mean
back.
it looked like that jumper he wore from the Dawn to Dust tour that I had as one of my favorites, just it was gray and
I
black then.
I love it. As you well aware, because you've seen my selection of grungy jumpers. I love a grungy jumper. Um, and obviously I own one very much like that.
One thing I noticed about his jeans,
Hmm.
I'm sure you noticed this. They looked like they were two pairs of pants over each other. Did you notice that?
Ah, yes, and they were too big for him.
Yeah, but tell me, like, what was up with the pants? Do you know what kind they were?
Um, I okay, I can't really be sure, but I think they were from Alexander McQueen. They look
Mm,
like Alexander
They
McQueen
were,
pants.
yeah.
yeah, they were.
Yeah, but they were just too big for him. And like throughout, I mean, I was in front. I was very lucky to be in front
Mm.
to watch
You were
this,
the
at
opposite
Rabbit
side of the
Museum.
stage to me, weren't you? Because you were in front of Dojun and I was in front of Hajun.
I was Yeah, I was on the. Oh,
Yeah,
were you on the other side?
I was on the opposite
Okay.
side. Yeah,
It's so funny because there were times when Wusong was running across the stage, and then when he's like kind of like at the edge, you see him pull up.
pull them
He
up.
does a quick pull. Right. It was
He
really
could have done
cute
with
to see it, but
her.
poor guy must have been like, at the back of his mind, he's like, oh God, I hope I don't, my pants don't drop.
Yeah, because they didn't put a belt on him. I mean, maybe they didn't because of the way the pants were tailored to look like two pairs of pants. It would look awkward with a belt, but yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they actually looked really heavy. The
They
denim looked
did look
really heavy.
heavy. Hmm. They did look heavy. Listeners might remember I went off on a whole fantasy about Dojun in this hat. This was one of my weird Dojun fantasies with this hat. I was wrecked by this hat. I don't know why, but
But the thing is, it's
yeah.
like as I said to you, I love this entire look, and I think the only one that looked ever so slightly out of it was Dojun, who kind of looked like he was picking the kids up from soccer. It got that very
Yeah.
sort of can't be all Saturday morning vibe about it, and then you just went to town with it.
I went to
I think
town on that, but I'm with you. He doesn't quite match the 90s grunge look that the rest of them are
yeah,
kind of doing, but I'm going to say I'm digging it. I'm still digging it.
obviously you are.
All
Of
right,
course you are.
before it gets too creepy, let's move on. Coachella. What a good look this was. Roy
Yeah,
Back, hats off to you, sir.
well done, Roy.
Yeah, this was amazing.
It looked amazing.
The level of detail on these suits is really something to commend. The hand stitching too, hand sewn, I think this was,
Yeah,
right? Like
Mhm.
these were
it's
handmade,
all,
custom made.
yeah. Honestly, the amount of work that went into it, they're absolutely stunning. I think I think the only one that I sort of thought was a bit OTT was probably Sam's because it did fall into the sort of Mexican band thing. He just looked like he was missing his sombrero. But actually, as a group, they looked amazing. They really did. I think Sam looked better when he got rid of the jacket.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that about his. Cheryl, what's your opinion on that?
I think it was just deliberately dramatic because I remember Roy would he really took the trouble to explain like the theme, and I remember
Yeah.
the theme was called overwhelming victory, like like
Mm,
wow, it's like two very big words right put together.
hmm
And I remember like he distinctively made each of their outfits correspond with a different theme. So like Wu
mm,
Song's was about Renaissance. So that's
Yeah.
probably why you see like it's so elaborate, it's so intricate. And then like on Hajun with the reds, and I think there are like rose motifs that are kind of like
Yeah.
embroidered onto it. So that's really very beautiful as well. Like okay, Taeyong's in white, and it was just to symbolize peace, right? I don't know how he felt. It felt a little bit Elvis to me.
There was a
mm.
little Elvis
Don't know
to
if
it.
you
I didn't
noticed.
expect to see it, but yeah, in Las Vegas, yeah.
Right? Yeah, and then Dojun's outfit was the theme was to victory. So I
Yeah.
think there's a lot of thought that was an effort that was put into like making this a cohesive piece for them at Coachella. And yeah, this look is just it's probably just one of those looks that will go down in their history.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. I love that they have these in their office to what you're saying. I think as they get bigger as a band, this would be memorabilia that could be placed somewhere for them. Yeah. I love that. I don't think I knew that about Roy having a story behind each one. So I'm so glad you shared that. I had to pick this one too because I know we already said Duel was all of our favorites, but this in particular, I love the way everybody looked. And this outfit, they did so many different types of promotions, whether it was a series of pictures or they went on BuzzFeed, thirst tweets. They did a few other interview type content where they're all in this outfit. And I just loved this look. I thought again, Dojun in this yellow, love Sammy in this trucker hat with his hair, with his shirt, with his everything, and then Tay and Hajun look great too. So I just love this picture. I had to selfishly put it
I
in.
I
Um,
think they just all
oh
look
yeah, go ahead.
effortless on that one, which is lovely.
hmm This was from Coachella the weekend too, where they were in their more casual outfits. This is my all-time favorite picture of Taegyum. I think he
Funny
looks
that, isn't
so
it?
incredibly
Hey.
sexy. Yeah. I just love this look. I love these jeans. Love the
Yeah, of
color.
course you do. Yeah.
hmm
Hmm.
And then I also had to put this in because I get a 2 for 1 in this picture. This is my own photograph. Again, Dojun and my weird fantasies. I liked this look at this before you we die tour. I called it his sexy accountant look. Um I don't know why I was really digging this sexy accountant look on him. I
Yeah,
was loving it.
it's kind of physics teacher look as well, which is kind of cool. Yeah.
Physics teacher.
Yeah. And then I thought Sammy looked incredible in New York. This was at the New York, Brooklyn show. This whole outfit he had on was amazing. So those were some of my honorable mentions. Cheryl, these were
Oh, I
yours.
love these. Like, just look at him. He's otherworldly. Okay, red is definitely Kim Woo Sung's color for sure.
Yes.
And this is like a satin bomber jacket, and this was from the World album. It's yeah, he just looks amazing. I just wish they released more promo photos from the shoot because all we
Yeah.
see is
Right.
just a few photos that's in the album, and that's it.
Right. And it was kind of hard to find a good quality photo
Mhm.
of it. But as I'm looking at this now, Cheryl, the tank top that he has under, is that the same tank top he's worn throughout the tour under some of the sweaters?
Yes,
Particularly the infamous picture that gave him the very large looking bust.
yes, it is. It's the same
Okay.
tank
So I'm like, I
Tutorial,
think that's the same
darling.
tank top.
Tutorial.
top. I like the way you said it. It's bust.
Yeah, what was up with the it's like an optical illusion because I know the man's chest is not that large, but that one particular picture makes his chest look extremely round and voluptuous. Sorry. We
Yeah,
can
but
move on to the next picture, Cheryl.
so that is my all-time favorite look of Wusong. That was from
Yes.
his solo album tour, I believe. I think it was Moth. Yeah, Moth,
Yeah.
the Moth EP showcase. So he's in head to toe Chanel, and I think there was, if you go search on YouTube, there's a video of him describing how he went to Chanel and they gave him a whole box of jewelry. It's just a whole. It just cost a lot, and he's like feeling like all nervous about it. So this is likely something that he got from Chanel, right, on loan. And I mean, not everyone gets to carry off a look like that. And we know that the guy idolized Harry Styles for a period of time. I don't know if he still does. And I really cannot think of anyone else who can carry off this look aside from Harry Styles and Kim Woo Sung.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would agree. I would agree to that. I think one thing that's interesting about his style is he can pull off masculine
Hmm.
and more feminine styles. Like he can really do both.
Yeah. And I think his features, like depending on the makeup, right, and the styling of his hair, he can look very bold and fierce. Like his features can look very distinct, but here, like they can also look very soft, right, and almost
Mhm.
feminine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the only detail of these trousers or jeans that I didn't like, I think goes back to the differing opinion. You and Kelly loved the very flowy, very wide leg of those black trousers that he wore in the Nebula video and at the Tribeca Film Festival. These were similar, where they were extremely wide legged, and I personally didn't like the way that looked on him. What's your opinion on that, Cheryl?
I like them actually on him, and also because like what Kelly said, with his body shape, like he can carry off pants like that, but it just needs to be paired and styled with the right top.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Let's go to some worst look honorable mentions because there were also more that we just couldn't fit into the previous categories as we round out the day. All right, this was mine. Here we're back to the pussy bow blouse. And this, like, I don't even know if you call this wolf style haircut. It to me, it's like a mullet he's got going
It's a
on.
wolf
And then
cut, yeah.
yeah, like a wolf cut haircut. He's got the pinstripe trousers. There's just I think this gif is explaining exactly how I feel about this look. I don't know. Am I the only one here or is this also
I
icky?
can't. I can't cope with that blouse because that blouse has done the run of everybody bar Tay. No, no, I can't do it. I'm with Tim. Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
I just could not. Oh, okay. Well, here's the next one. Now, I want to talk about this one, Kelly. This was your pick.
I don't even know where to begin.
Break this one
Right,
down.
right, okay. I am going to say this now. I love fashion. I it is something that I have always loved, always adored. I am very, very much into haute couture. I love the big fashion houses. I am a Dior girl at heart. So if you ever want to buy me anything, Dior's the way to go to my heart if you want to go down that route. I grew up in an area near Vivian Westwood. That's the type of person I am. I love Alexander McQueen. I adore Alexander McQueen. Everything the man did was perfection. I was obsessed from the moment of Highland Rape all the way through. Honestly, it didn't matter what he did. He could have shat in a box. I loved everything he did. However, however, Sam, for this event, I, why did they do this to him? So may I just say, so trousers and the cardigan I can cope with. So when they were shown separately, when it was in, I can't remember which fashion fashion magazine it was that he did the get ready with, but when he was literally just wearing the cardigan and the trousers, it looked great. I was a big fan of that. It was form fitting, obviously slightly more voluptuous trousers. It gave that more shape, and then we put Cruella Deville's jacket over the top of it. Honestly, I mean, it's huge. It literally looks like they've gone to a thrift store. I am sorry, Alexander McQueen. I love you. Your fashion house is beautiful. One day, if you can dress me, I'd be very, very happy, but just don't dress me in that. It is huge. He has got too small a body frame to carry something that big. I mean, literally, you have to be a gangster to get away with that. And if he'd got a pimp cane, I wouldn't be surprised. No, no, that coat. No, I'm sorry. I am so sorry, Alexander McQueen. I love you dearly, but no,
Cheryl,
no, no.
what's your assessment?
I don't hate it as much as Kelly, but I do feel that it's very mismatched. Like if they styled that jacket, I mean the fur coat with something else that was simpler inside, right? It could work. Maybe it's something that's all black, right? But
Hmm.
not like it looked like he just again, it's that, that let's just throw something on kind of
Yeah,
vibe. But yeah.
I don't
yeah.
know. I see. I guess I admit I know nothing about fashion, nor, and please don't take this to any offense, care really about fashion. But so my opinion probably means nothing. But I don't know. I didn't think he looked bad. I thought he looked good.
I, th- to be perfectly honest, the only way you could have got away with that look is if he was wearing all black underneath. It,
Mm.
Mhm.
it's just,
I
for me, it
I do
didn't work. But
agree.
this was picked out by the Alexander McQueen team. This was one of two that he had the option to wear, and I mean the fact that he went for that says everything. Sorry, Sam, but I mean, no, no, not that one. All I can say is I hope he got
I
to
do
keep the boot.
agree that the coat. I do agree the coat was probably too big for his frame. And you can't see it as well, I think, in this photograph, but when you saw him in video walking around in it, I think
It's
it
like this.
made it more obvious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. No,
Yeah.
he wasn't right. And I
Now,
mean, well, why did you put that photograph up?
here's a
Why?
clean sweep.
What
I
is it
think
with
we
Sam in
all
Paris?
agree.
What is it with Sam in Paris? Why can you not do this? Look, it's the fashion capital of the world, sweetheart. I mean, and I know you were dressed for both of these events. So may I just start with what I did like about this look? I love the jacket. The jacket was too big, may I add, as you can see there, because it sort of goes off on a tangent. But I will go back to something I have said previously before regarding the look in Paris for the Before We Die tour. He looks like Christopher Robin. I cannot cope with it. And I am just glad that Tigger was with him manning the decks. Because,
Yes. Oh my gosh.
God, dear God, dear
Oh,
God. Honestly, no, I mean, I don't even know where to start with it. I mean, the fact that the shorts were too big. The shorts just literally looked like an Edwardian boy going to school because he wasn't old enough to be in long trousers. Then we had these form-fitting fucking boots that just made his legs look scrawny as hell. Now, may I just point out, Sammy hasn't got scrawny legs. He's got quite muscular legs.
This is Editor Kel, and the Academy Award for keeping her face straight while stating something which is preposterous goes to Kelly.
But why? Why did this happen? I can't. No, no, no. We're not going there. And then to top it all off, can we have the next photo, Anne? a
What?
scarf.
What was this? I remember seeing him and it was like, okay, is this a hoodie? Is this a scarf? Is this a combo hoodie scarf? What
I've,
is happening here?
we are back
Yeah.
again to this
I just
first year arts student thing, and it's just like they've been given 5 items of clothing and told to make 1 item of clothing with it, and they just went, "Oh, I've got a hoodie and 2 arms. It's
You
a
know,
scarf thing."
and I think the other weird disconnect about this whole outfit, and I actually forgot until I see this shirt that is also draped off of him. So on the scarf, it had Boys in the Hood, which is a movie
Yeah,
from like the early like 1990s. And then I think this shirt might say Run DMC
yes,
on
I
it.
think it
it has.
does. It's from
So
Yeah,
the
it has
again,
yeah.
this hip hop, this like weird taking of hip hop culture, but Sammy's not hip hop. And he's not anywhere adjacent to hip hop, and nor should he be wearing anything like that. Like it just felt such a disconnect. Very
I think that's
strange.
my
yeah.
problem also with the fur coat, because it's got this Biggie Smalls thing about it. It's just,
Mm, I could see
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah. No, I just
All right, Cheryl,
no.
what's your assessment on the Paris outfit?
I mean, Musang, I really love you. You already know that, but I just have 3 words for you. Like, brah, what's going on?
Carol, I love you.
Seriously, what's going on? Talk to us, please.
Oh man. Okay. The
Oh
craziness
God.
doesn't end there. Here were some good ones. What was happening with Hajun? Because we can't pick on Sammy like too much, you know. We had a
We
lot
can.
in there
We
of
can.
him, but we gotta pick on somebody else. This is early content, but look at these awful outfits. What is going on here?
Were they just that
It's like
underfed when they were with Jay and Star, and everything looked huge on them? Because I mean, that
maybe.
could have been it. It might just be
Well,
the fact that they, Victorian orphan children with cholera just put in adults' clothes. Everything just looks.
I know these poor guys. But look at that awful color of Dojun's sweater.
It's atrocious.
This is
And the
really
worst thing
bad. And he's got like the no
this
socks.
is it's that type of thing, when you used to go shopping for your school uniform. Oh, of course. Cheryl, did you used to wear school uniforms?
Yes, we did, but I
Right.
didn't
So
have like a
Cheryl,
jacket.
yeah, and it would always be bought. So the jacket would be bought for you, so to see the year out. So your mum would put the jacket over you, and you'd be stood like this. Oh no, I just can't. I
Oh,
can't.
oh, here's a good one. Kelly, you found this one.
I
I'm
know
sure
the
Dojun wishes
cornrows.
this
The
picture would
cornrows.
not exist in the
Yeah.
world
Where,
today.
where was
Oh,
this from? It
I
looks like
found we found this on Pinterest, but I
yeah.
don't know what the event was.
I can't remember either.
Wow.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind the colour of the jumper, but the whole visage, shall we say? Why did we do
The
that
hair and
spicy?
whatever he's got going on with his makeup. Wow.
No,
He probably
no.
forgets this even exists in the world. All right, Cheryl, you
okay.
picked
What's
this
going on
one.
again? What's going on?
It's Paris again.
This is this weird, it's like a hoodie and a scarf. And the color of this whole like tracksuit
Oh,
thing he has going on. What a horrible color.
Yeah, I love the guy, but I don't know what was going on back then.
all I can say
Yeah, I
is,
mean these were from his promos for 4444.
I kind of
Mm.
just hope he was dressed in that. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, he did not use his stylist during his solo stuff is not the same as Roy or who he uses through the
No,
Rose. So he always tries to do a much edgier style.
Yeah, but then there's
Yeah.
edgier, and then there's looking like you're falling into a used parachute shop.
Yes, look at his pants. What is you're right? I was just noticing that, and it's almost like they can zip off. Like, do you think they can come off the sides?
No, but I hate to say it, I think it is actually parachute silk.
Parachute pants. I don't
Yeah.
know. The jacket was just too much for me. You know
Yeah.
what it reminded me of? And I'm so sorry, Wusong. I'm really so sorry. It reminds me of the omok fish cake.
Oh yes, yes. It's that color. It's totally
You know,
that
the fish cake on the
color.
stick? You know the fish cake on the stick that you.
Yes,
Yeah, it reminds
Cheryl,
me
you're
of
spot
that.
on.
I'm so sorry.
I had to put this one in.
Oh,
This,
now,
What
can I
is
just
this? Oh
say?
my god.
I love that photo shoot from Sean, mainly because it's so out there. As a piece of art, I love it as a piece of art. But you're not walking down the mind you, I say you're not walking down the road with him like that. I mean, I know people who are in rock bands that wear stuff like that on stage, so I can't say anything. But oh dear God.
so I knew you liked this photo shoot, and I think if we do another episode, we got to do like magazine, photo
Yeah,
shoot ones. But I think you're right, Kelly. I felt like as a group, maybe, and the artistic integrity,
yeah,
like that whole photo shoot was kind of cool. But when you separate him out and just look at literally this picture, I couldn't help but put it in.
right.
Like,
The thing that
so
so you've
bad.
seen I'm sure you've both seen Beetlejuice, haven't you? You know the bit when he turns
Yes.
into the carousel and then the arms spring out.
Yes.
It's just all it
Yes.
reminds me. It's like, oh no.
It's so true.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, we have to end it with this because, as we said, the
no,
man loves
no.
his Crocs.
Can we
But
please burn them?
as what's this lady's name? What's her name?
This
Peter One
is right.
Teeth.
Right, okay, so this is the gorgeous, magnificent Dita Von Teese, who I am an absolute fan of. The lady is a style icon. I adore her, and everything that utters out of her mouth, generally speaking, is complete and utter truth. I agree with her wholeheartedly.
Nightmares about like
What if you got a
falling in
sunburn?
love with somebody with Crocs on.
What if you got a sunburn in Crocs and you had little Croc burns?
That would be terrible. Holding hands with a guy wearing Ugg boots.
I know, but that could be true love.
And I stand by that because Crocs are the blight of a modern society.
Yeah. Well, that's how we end it. That was fun. Let's move on, listeners, let's get some feedback from you, Cheryl. I would love your opinion as our fashionista and fashion expert. We've seen good and bad from both Clive and Roy, but overall, and we see that Tay has hatred for both. So Roy, you thought you might have been alone in the Hate Roy Club, but we also see that Clive is now the devil in what he makes Tay wear. So what's your breakdown on the style of each of these, Cheryl?
Yeah, I love this. These two photos that you kind of pulled out of Taegyeon because it's very clear he's very vocal about both stylists, right? That they've had on the tour. Well, Clive, I mean, I really have to give him credit for really kind of styling the four guys. I'm sure it's not easy, and we all know how close he is with the group, right? I'm sure he just hears all the complaints and the whining like nonstop, right? From all four of them. But you know what? He really made it a point to kind of feature a lot of up and coming designers, which I think is great. We also saw quite a few outfits that were from Korean designers. So I think, he really thought about, like, how do I put together a look that's representative of the group, what we want to stand for, and what we want to promote also, like, culturally, right? Which is, again, K fashions, like, really, there's a lot of really good designers in Korea. But having said that, I think it might have to do with the season when he was planning the wardrobe for World, and that's probably why we saw poor poor Taegyeom in all these sweaters
Mm.
right in the middle of summer. I mean, that must have been really horrible for him, especially if, like, when you're standing on the stage and you're moving around and you're under those lights. It's already really hot, right? And if it's going to be summer, I mean, these stadiums, I'm sure when it's packed out, they're definitely, like, it's definitely very warm inside. So poor guy.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think you're right. The tour was very sweater heavy. There for a
Hmm.
little while, I even think Woo-sung's wardrobe, like it was all these cardigans.
Mm,
Um, yeah, so it might have done better in a fall or winter
mm,
type season and maybe putting them more in short sleeve
yeah,
items for the summer.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
it's really different from Roy's style because, I mean,
very different. Oh
it's so
wow.
different, and I mean, I have my favorites from both stylists, but I think Roy's signature look is always it's very elaborate, it's very intricate. There's a lot of embroidery, a lot of beading. You see a lot of sequins. I mean, sometimes it doesn't work, but on occasion, especially when it comes to styling, say Wusong, when he gives him those sequin jackets, I think it's really beautiful, and you need to have a very keen eye for fashion to be able to put these looks together, because not all of them work, right? Like, case in point, sometimes we see Dojun and all these clashing patterns, and we're like, no, it's not for me. But it's a fashion stylist take, right? And they take risks. So I really, commend him for, like, I'm sure he spends hours just obsessing over the looks. And Roy loves to put accessories on them. Like, you can see every show, like
Mm.
the rings, the necklaces, they're all different. So yeah, the guy really works really hard. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I kind of miss him. I feel like, if there was a little bit of that Roy magic in the world tour, could have just been
Yeah.
that extra thing with the shows.
So this is interesting. We Roy is moving on. I mean, congratulations to him. He has more artists that he's working with, some very big name artists, NCT 127, Mark from NCT 127, and some other big artists. I don't know if Roy will come back and future style for the Rose or if Clive is going to do it going forward. So I don't know. What are our predictions? What does anybody think is the future of their style? Because I agree with you, Cheryl. It's very different.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I really hope, he does come, he does, like, help them with, like, the styling, like, especially when it comes to photo spreads. I think Roy's
mm,
style is something that will look great as they do more editorial work, like features. I mean, tour stuff, maybe he's so busy these days, right? He may not be able to follow them on tour anymore, but,
mhm.
he definitely can still work with them. And I'm pretty sure the guys would want to, work with him whenever they have a big, a shoot coming up.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
I think with as we know as the future is developing and the things that we've started to hear recently, I think Clive is probably going to be more the point of call for it going forward. But I agree. I miss that luxurious styling that Roy affords.
Mhm.
And I think for editorial work, I think Roy's kind of where you want to be with it because he has that ability to pull out for that level of cohesion, but he has that ability to pull out characters within that cohesion as well. And I kind of
Mm,
think there's that kind of is a little missing with some of the stuff that's been bought with Clive. So Clive has this level of cohesion. They look like a band, but you kind of, to a certain extent, miss the individual nuances within it, which you would have had with Roy. So I don't know. I mean, they might end up with somebody completely different styling them. It just depends what direction they're going to go with the next album. I think it's brace ourselves in, because I think we're going pop punk. So I think there is going to be more of a lean towards that type of thing. But that could be anything. That could be jeans and t-shirt, or that could be full leathers. It just depends which direction they're going with it.
Yeah, could be something like more like streetwear, you know, that we saw like in the Back to Me video, or what. Yeah. I mean, I think, you know, I don't know anything about fashion, as I said, but I think Clive, to me, probably doesn't have a background in fashion. So I think as his first go as their stylist for this Once Upon a World tour and for the World concept and album, I think he did a great job overall. Definitely some misses in there, but overall, I think he did good. I'm just wondering, I don't know how to say this, but it's just like, you know, does he have the knowledge in this to continue long term? Like it'd be different. Like, okay, he did this for the world tour, and you know they didn't have anybody else, so Clive's good. But it's like, I think the difference to me is Roy is a professional designer, stylist, and there's a difference.
Yeah.
And I wonder what their future will be. Will they bring someone on with a true background and experience in that, or will they stay homegrown, and, you know, lack of maybe a better term, and just kind of keep Clive in this role? I mean, poor Clive, he's doing so much. I mean, this was one of 4 to 5 roles he took on around the world album. And so I think I'd like to see them bring on more staff now that specialize in what they do to support them going forward. But loved the overall look of the world concept. All right, Cheryl, as we wrap up today, you probably know from the podcast, we always like to end with a fun humor segment. So, being the theme is fashion in this episode, we're going to ask you. Kelly and I had this as a would you rather, and we had to pick between it was Sammy styling us or someone else doing something else that I tried to remember what it was. Um, but this one gives you free reign, Cheryl, to pick. Which member of the Rose would you trust styling you for an important event, and why?
You already know the answer, right?
Of course we do.
Do I
Of
need to
course.
elaborate? Why do I
No,
need to
just tell
elaborate?
us. You don't need to tell us why.
Of course, it will be Wusong. Of course, it will be Wusong. Just to spend some
Obviously.
time with Wusong.
There you go. I mean, that's
Well,
not a bad reason at all. Do you have like anything from his style, his own style, that you're like, oh, I'd want him to kind of, you know, go in that direction?
I
Or
think one of the things that Wusong is always looking for in his style is comfort.
mm,
So yeah, I like to be comfortable. I don't like fussy things on me because I will start fidgeting and I would start like moving around like him a little bit like
yeah.
him. Yeah. So yeah, I really prefer to be in things that are comfortable. I don't mind taking little fashion risks so long as it looks okay and it doesn't look ridiculous. So yeah, Usong, um, get in touch with some of your friends at Chanel. Make some calls, please, and set up a fitting.
Yeah, Wusong, you hear that, Sammy? If you ever listen to this podcast, Wusong's wardrobe is down. Give her a call.
Yeah.
All right, Kelly.
I'll bring the sour jellies. Okay?
Yeah, she'll bring you plenty of sour jellies. Kelly, what if you had a free for all? So we were tied to only Sammy in the last Would You Rather, but what if you and I could both pick anybody after today? Who are you picking?
I think it'd still be Sam, because I know I said Sammy last time, but I think it'd still be Sam, to be honest.
So what's your reason?
You see, now that's the thing. I don't mind this sort of slight level of avant-garde and difference anyway. And I like natural things. I don't like over-the-top things, but I like slightly, as Cheryl said, I don't mind taking a risk. And plus, there's always violence, as I always say.
I think I'm going to go Hajun because I am not a fashion person, and my style, I've been told, is school teacher / real estate agent. So I think Hajun's style to me is like the safest. Like, I'm not avant-garde in any way, and nor do I want to wear anything avant-garde. So, but I like Hajun because I feel like he's like effortlessly cool and he's classic. The man's style is like classic.
Mhm.
And I'm like, yeah, I would trust what he would put me in. So I'm going Hajuni on this one.
I noticed none of us have gone from the toe shoe.
Because he would make us wear that awful wide brimmed hat.
Hey,
Yeah.
I love a wild brim. Right, hold on. I love.
Do we think Dojin still has that in his? Now, see, you pull it off. You pull that off well.
It looks like a witch's hat. It's a fedora.
Do we think that hat is still in his closet somewhere? I feel like it probably is.
It still is.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Cheryl. It was so fun. This was such a fun episode. I feel like we're going to have to do another one of these because there's probably even more categories that we can come up with. Listeners, tell us what you thought of all of these looks. What do you think were the best and worst looks from the Rose over the years? We can't wait to hear your feedback. Join us next time. We are going to do a deep dive into the Once Upon a World tour. Kelly, that's going to be fun. We're going to dig into the tour, talk about all of our experiences on the tour, and share that insight. Please rate our podcast. Leave us comments about this episode. This was our first time doing a full video episode, so we'd love to hear your feedback, listeners and viewers, on what you thought of this format going forward. Follow us on social media on Instagram, TikTok, X, and YouTube. We are KROK_cast all across the board.
Click here to subscribe.
Email us at krock.cast@gmail.com and check out our website, www.krockcast.com. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.